Briscoe tonight is an Emmy and Tony-nominated actor you know from shows such as Stranger Things and The Newsroom and movies like Thunderbolts, Black Widow, and Violent Night. New episodes of DTF St. Louis air Sundays on HBO and stream on HBO Max. Please welcome back to the show, David Harbour, everybody.
Crowd.
They're a lovely audience, and it's lovely to see you. I like New York actors. You're a New York actor.
Thank you. Yes,
but of course you work out in New York City, and you just back from Ireland.
I just got back from Ireland. Yeah, we're doing a little pre-production for a movie out there, so I just flew in last night. Yeah.
And how do you take Ireland? Are you enjoying it? Your time over there?
Yeah, I mean, I've only been there for a couple of days. I haven't spent much time. People are really lovely.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that accent.
Yeah.
Is just so charming.
It is charming.
I mean, it reminds me a little bit of the Lucky Charms stuff when I was a kid. Like, those commercials are so embedded. I'm sorry to be, but it is adorable.
Yeah.
And I do find myself overextending myself just because they talk that way.
It's really lovely. I think even when they're a little bit mean, it sounds lovely.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they're saying. It's how they say it.
I was with my parents and my brother. We were in a Dublin taxi. I've told this story, but my mom asked a lot of questions. We're on vacation.
Okay.
And at one point, my dad was like, all right, that's enough. And then she kept asking questions. And the taxi driver was like, all right, that's your last question. Like, even he was like, and she was like, oh.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Like, if my dad had said that, open the door, walk back to the hotel.
Of course.
So Stephen Conrad, we're talking backstage. This is the creator of your new show. He's a real unique, awesome voice, and it's very different than sort of the giant and incredibly popular things you've been doing recently. But this is a completely different thing. Are you so excited to be working on it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been with this thing. I met with Steve like 3.5 years ago, and we started talking about this thing. And I think the thing was, I've been dealing with a lot of teaching kids how to deal with a lot of negative things in the world, like Vecna.
Yeah.
And like Dr. Doom and things like that. And so
they're like basically PSAs for like young children.
Yeah, exactly. And so I wanted to take on middle age. Which is the real villain.
Yeah.
And something they will encounter.
It's the villain they don't think about.
Exactly. Like, it sneaks up on you.
You'll be begging for Vecna.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
You'll be begging for it.
That's exactly right.
So now I'll use the transition for middle age. You are, and I want to make sure. So you're doing a lot of belly work in this show.
Thank you.
And you're showing it off. You're shirtless a lot.
Do a lot of belly work. Yeah. Oh, please.
And,
please, look at this.
Now, that's wonderful. But one thing... It's great. It's robust.
This is a very supportive audience.
Very supportive audience, yeah. But now you've gone out of your way to clear up the record. This is also a prosthetic belly.
That is true. This is not my actual belly.
Yeah. See, they're so disciplined. They've been lied to.
I know. You feel manipulated and betrayed. I understand. It's so close to my actual belly that I don't need to be wearing a prosthetic at all. But they asked me to gain like 11 pounds, and I was like, no. I have to be ripped. And so I chose to wear a prosthetic belly. It's fantastic. I mean, the guys did an amazing job. But underneath that belly is basically the same thing, just 11 pounds less of it.
It's like you wearing a David Harbour Halloween mask.
That's correct. That's correct.
But this is the video. This is how you proved to the world that it was a prosthetic belly, lest there were any doubters out there. Can we just show it real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, you know what worries me?
You know what that's like after a long day at work, too? All sweaty and hairy and peeling that thing back. It's lovely. It's
what bums me out is everybody was repulsed, and I'm sure there's one person in America right now who's like, oh, I like that. He's like, I might get that one on the old VHS and save that one. There's a moment, Linda Cardellini, the great Linda Cardellini's in the show, and this is a great moment where she, as your wife, is realizing, look at your belly's on the celery.
She's just gone grocery shopping.
This is not the face of a happily married woman.
Yeah. It's a tough marriage. This is funny, though. This particular scene, a buddy of mine watched the show and texted me and said, I was wondering throughout the show whether or not it was your real belly, whether or not you gained weight, or whether it was a prosthetic. And then I saw that celery scene, and I realized you just got fat. And I was like, no, man, it's a prosthetic. That's 11 pounds of rubber right there.
Do you at least feel the responsibility to tell the makeup team after you get a text like that? Like, FYI, it's so good,
well,
I'm getting...
You did a great job.
People are like,
sure.
hey, you got to stop. You got to cool it with the calories, Harbor. And you're like,
sits so nicely on the celery, too.
It
If
really
you watch
does.
that scene, it just bounces on the celery in such an organic way that I think
that's not what they mean by organic vegetables.
No.
I have a lot more to ask you. Stick around. We'll be back with more David after this.
We bought like a 3-month dance pack, and then he didn't even go, like not even once. But I didn't want it to be a thing where he felt like he had disappointed us because we paid all that money. So I went. I sign. I do the big stage at the 314 Fest every summer, the big like R&B hip hop stage, and they just want me to sign the lyrics, but I wanted to give the deaf audience like a richer experience. So I wanted to link the lyrics to like a rhythm and groove. And I got really into it.
Wow.
And then I renewed the pack.
Oh, for you.
Yeah.
We're back, and we're here with David Harbour. That was a clip from DTF St. Louis. This is a show about male friendship. You and Jason Bateman play a couple of guys who connect, and it's very sweet. And I feel like maybe a lot of women would observe that men at any point in their life sort of connect over very childish things. Like you guys spend a lot of time like on swing sets in the show, riding bikes.
We ride bikes, recumbent bikes.
Yeah.
We play speed cornhole. We do some hip hop dancing together.
Yeah. Do you feel, while making the show, did you ever feel like, you know what? I wish that I was just like in real life doing this stuff with Jason Bateman.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would have literal days on set where I couldn't believe this thing that would well up inside me of like, I mean, it is very hard as like a 50-year-old man to make, I don't know, I find it hard. Maybe it's not hard for other 50-year-old heterosexual men, but like, it's hard to make a new friend.
Yeah.
Or to feel like, people already have lives and they whatever. And then Jason and I, we had never really met, and then we got together on the show. We started working together, and I just like loved him so much.
Yeah.
He's such a strange, unique individual. And I really, wanted to be friends with him. So the whole shoot was just trying to, have a chance to have dinner or something.
You play a sign language specialist in the show.
That is correct.
That is, that's a high bar because now you have to take it serious. Did you know any sign language coming into it?
I knew 3 curse words from high school.
Okay, gotcha.
But then I worked with a sign language person on like the basics and phrases and things like that. And then I worked with somebody who does sign language for like the news and sign language for concerts. Because there's a moment when Floyd signs at a concert, and I wanted that to be. If you've seen these videos of these viral, people going crazy,
they're fantastic.
They're fantastic.
Well, because they have to because they really do like bring the music to what they're doing.
Yeah, and you have to know what you're doing and have a facility with it. So I worked really, really hard on it, and it is very, very challenging sign language.
Do they? I mean, the instructors who are giving you, this guidance. They obviously want it to look good on camera. Are they harsh in their judgment of you early on? Are they like, you're not close yet, David?
Yes.
Yeah.
And even when you're doing it too, like you'll do takes and then they'll come up and be like, no, terrible. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go again. Worse than the hardest director. No, they're terrific though, because I want to be as respectful as I can to that entire community and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So I really appreciated it. Everybody poured so much heart into it, and it was just a joy to sort of get to explore some of that world.
You have also taken on, I think probably level of difficulty, American Sign Language is the most difficult, but you also have attempted a Boston accent for not being a person from Boston. Now, attempted makes it sound judgmental because you were in The Equalizer and you played a Boston guy. Now, you know that like those of us from Boston you think the sign language community is hard on people. Do you feel like after you did it, did you get any pushback? Because I thought it was good.
I don't believe it.
No.
I don't believe that read. Take it again. Take it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
So how did I do?
I thought it was great.
The look at the end, horrible. But up till that
We'll
point,
cut to
well
you.
done.
We'll cut to
Well
you.
done.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But let's let them decide. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Hey, yeah, wait a second, Mr. Sunshine. What do I look like to you? Chauffeur? This is our town. You're a guest.
It's really good. Wait, I'm so mad.
You know what the key is, though? You know
What?
the key to the Boston accent? It's simple.
Yeah.
It's just every time you feel a little nervous, you just throw in the F word.
Yeah.
It's just F-bomb.
It also helps to put a gun on the table.
There you
That's
go,
helpful.
there you go, helpful,
I'm
yeah.
so bummed when we played it. I was so bummed that I didn't think ahead and record myself going like, "Hey there, mister. Hey there, mister. You're in Boston now, buddy boy. Yeah, I got a gun. Yeah."
There we go.
Hey, it's always so great to see you.
It's
Congrats
good to
on
see
the
you, too.
show. You're the
Thanks,
best.
buddy. Thank you.
David O, new episodes of DTF St. Louis. Air Sundays on HBO. Stream on HBO Max. Stick around. Be right back. John Cameron Mitchell.